Tonight on Entertainment News, a striking report on jobs in the nation's entertainment capital.
And a critical update regarding the death of actor Gene Hackman and his wife.
Plus, who is due to be in a new Harry Potter show on HBO?
Entertainment News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Entertainment News. I'm Jose Vasquez-Nava.
And I'm Kaya Wheatley.
Many may view Hollywood as the entertainment capital of the world. However, on-location filming in the Tinseltown and the surrounding areas has plunged. That's according to a new report from the Film LA, which is in charge of film permits for Los Angeles and the Los Angeles County. The report states filming in the greater LA area decreased 22% during the first quarter of this year when compared to the same period last year.
The group says a decline was observed in all filming categories, including feature films, television, and commercials. But the decline wasn't due to January's devastating wildfires. The report found those had a minimal impact on production. California lawmakers have proposed expanding the tax credit program as a way to incentivize the production industry in the state.
An iconic radio and television entertainer has died. Beloved host Wink Martindale passed away Tuesday in Rancho Mirage, California at 91 years old. Martindale became the king of the television game show era when he first signed his first contract in the 1960s. He hosted or produced 21 game shows, including Tic-Tac-Toe, Gambit, and High Rollers. A cause of death has not been released. And in 2007, he became one of the first inductees in the American TV Game Show Hall of Fame in Las Vegas.
Rapper Lil Nas X is in the hospital after experiencing partial paralysis in his face. Lil Nas X revealed his condition in a series of videos posted to social media on Monday. In one video, he attempted to smile from his hospital bed, but only half of his face compiled. In the caption, the Old Town Road rapper wrote that he lost control of the right side of his face. Lil Nas X did not reveal the cause of condition.
The Harry Potter franchise will soon be seen on the small screen. On Monday, HBO announced some of the cast for the upcoming TV series based on the boy wizard. John Lithgow will be Albus Dumbledore, and Janet McTeer will play Minerva McGonagall. Officials say the show will be a true adaptation of the Harry Potter series. It will be on air on HBO and be streamed on Max, but there is no word on when it will debut. Blue Origin launched its New Shepard rockets, the company's 11th mission. On board a star-studded crew including Katy Perry and Gayle King.
The flight soared beyond Earth's atmosphere, marking another milestone. But there was something else that made this launch truly unique. Laura Aguirre reports.
Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket launched off its pad in Van Horn, Texas this morning.
Liftoff.
In a capsule atop the fiery send-off, the first all-female flight crew in space in over 60 years. Yes. Among them, pop star Katy Perry, journalist and Oprah bestie Gayle King, movie producer Carrie Anna Flynn, Amanda Nguyen, a women's rights advocate and the first Vietnamese woman to fly in space, Aisha Bo, a former NASA rocket scientist and entrepreneur, and Lauren Sanchez, who organized the flight and is also engaged to Blue Origin's founder, Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos. The New Shepard's capsule only 12.5 feet wide. Perry shared a look inside on her Instagram ahead of the launch.
Here I am. Seat number 2.
Their suborbital flight, reaching just beyond 62 miles above Earth, lasted only a few minutes. But the experience and memories will last much longer.
You look at it and you're like, we're all in this together. All these things that divide us, but we're not.
Perry carried a small daisy, honoring her daughter's name, but also as a symbol of those confronting their fears.
They go through cement, they go through cracks, they go through walls. They are resilient.
Gayle King was one of them, challenging her own crippling fear of flying.
I'm so proud of me right now. I still can't believe it.
Of the more than 700 people who've traveled to space, only about 15% have been women.
It's about making space for future women and taking up space and belonging.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
A Blue Origin spokesperson told CNN that some passengers paid for a fee for their seat, but did decline to give those names.
Blue Origin hasn't publicly disclosed its ticket prices. However, its chief competitor, Virgin Galactic, has advertised ticket sales for between $250,000 and $450,000.
We've had some pretty bipolar temperatures on Oswego recently, but what does this week have in store for us?
Let's go to Storm Team 10 meteorologist Logan Russo with more.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, bipolar really is the word. Yesterday was a very nice day, and the best part is there was absolutely no wind that night. I was able to sit out at the lake and with some friends, even do a little campfire. But today was the exact opposite. Today, we had wind gusts going all the way up to 30 miles per hour, even sometimes 40, according to at least what my phone told me. Now, wintry weather tomorrow, this is something you're going to want to look out for. Again, we just talked about the word bipolar. Tomorrow's not going to be fun. You're going to have a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain, a little bit of a wintry mix, so you may want to watch out for that if you're going to your morning classes, either honestly later in the day as well. Again, bipolar temps, that is what I'm trying to push across to you. But later in the week, Thursday and Friday, guess what? Temps are going to shoot right back up going into the weekend, where Easter Sunday is going to be really, really important. We're going to have some rain going into the weekend, but, maybe a little bit of sun on Sunday. I don't know, it just works out like that. But I'm going to have a little bit more and my full forecast, but for right now, back to the desk.
Thank you, Logan. The Oswego players are bringing back a beloved classic this spring, The Arkansas Spare by Art Harris. The play follows a young girl named Tish who escapes into a magical world to cope with her grandfather's impending death and meets the world's greatest dancing bear. Stephanie Johnson and Nina King are both returning to their roles.
Running alongside the play is Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. For the first time in 87 years, the theater will perform a play written by William Shakespeare. Previous attempts had been thwarted due to the language being too complex. This shorter and leaner version is fit for all ages. Performances will be held at Marion Brown Theater alongside the Arkansas Bear.
The legendary pop rock band Beach Boys are coming back to Central New York, but this time in Syracuse. At the Federal Credit Union Amphitheater at Lakeview on Sunday, June 29th at 3 p.m., much earlier than usual for concerts at this venue. The Beach Boys will bring back their Sounds of Summer to the Syracuse after 4 years since their iconic performance at the 2021 New York State Fair in Syracuse. Tickets for this event go live on April 18th at 10 a.m. via livenation.com. Coming up later tonight, a return to music by a Jamaican legend.
And a legal battle over a viral Nigerian song. All that and more right after this.
Would you like to try snacks from faraway lands? Or snacks with bizarre flavors? How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West First Street.
Yeah, we're walking around campus, and what do we see? All these clubs are looking.
They're looking for me.
There's hockey.
There's improv.
So much to see. So let's go try them out and see how they be. Come on and please watch.
Our embarrassments free.
Tune in to Amateurs on WTOP.
Happy Friday, Lakers, and another beautiful day here in Oswego, New York. I'm DJ Don Perone, and I'm happy that you're starting your weekend off right listening to WNYO 88.9 FM, the Laker Radio Network.
I said, darling, can you see? There's no room for us. There's no room. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Logan Russo, and you're watching Entertainment News. Now, right now in Oswego, a little bit of a mixed shower kind of all across. Now, I'm going to quickly walk over here, and as you can see, going over towards Lowville, kind of in between Pulaski and Lowville, there is a little bit of snow, which, I mean, we're in mid-April. Honestly, not what I want to see right now. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but temperatures are going to drop going into tomorrow and into Thursday. So maybe this is something you want to keep out for if you're walking to class or commuting home, whatever you're doing, getting ready for Easter. And you can see, again, that snow is just going to stay there. Now, the wind gusts right now, I just talked about that in my quick forecast. The wind gusts all across the state right now, pretty windy, especially right here on Lake Ontario. Yesterday, again, a very non-gusty night, but today, gusts up to 30, 40 miles per hour. So, you know, as someone like a lightweight like me, I might get, blown away. So, yeah, I just got to be a little bit safer if you're going to be walking in that wind. Now, if you're a trash can or you're a lightweight like me, what are you going to do? Are you going to get knocked over? Yeah, you're going to get knocked over. All right, this isn't somewhere, you're going to, if you have a jacket, here's a really good idea. Zip her up. I've had so many times where my jacket, or like even this suit jacket is unzipped, and man, I'm literally just, I'm like a flying squirrel. All right, it's not a good idea. So just make sure you're nice bundled up and you are prepared to walk in some pretty windy weather. And again, I'm just talking about what to wear. It's going to go right into my little closet here I've picked out. Again, 40 right now, or for tomorrow, excuse me. The gusts will be a lot, and the temps are going to be even lower. So grab an umbrella because it's going to rain tomorrow with possibly a little bit of snow. Grab a nice winter jacket. Make sure you grab boots just in case maybe things are a little bit icy, maybe possibly below freezing. They might freeze up. You may have some ice on those sidewalks. It always happens here in Oswego. We don't use a lot of salt or a lot of sand. And make sure, of course, you have your backpack. Your backpack is pretty important if you're going to go to class. Now look at this. We got Peter Cottontail walking across. Look at this little guy. Wow, that's pretty cool. Now Friday, pretty good temps. I'm pretty shocked. Again, bipolar is the word I've been kind of sticking into your head right now. Friday, cloudy though. It's not going to be a sunny, warm day. But temperatures are going to go a little bit warmer on Saturday. But again, this time instead of clouds, we're going to have a chance of some thunderstorms, which is also going to be something if you're going to be home for Easter and you're going to be driving, make sure you watch out for the rain. And Easter Sunday, guess what? Temperatures drop, but that sun may start to peek out for a sunny Sunday. Now we're looking at our future cast here. Right now, just tomorrow night, or tomorrow during the day, excuse me, you're going to have a little bit of that snow hovering around the Oswego area, but by Wednesday night, hopefully that should clear out going into Thursday. But by Thursday, you're going to start to see clear and then a little bit of storms peeking in from that side there Thursday night, which is going to lead into the area going into Friday and this weekend. And here tonight, 37, pretty decent weather. I would have to say not terrible compared to the stuff that we've had, but light rain showers, something you're want to look out for. Looking at my full forecast here, Thursday again into Friday, those temperatures are going to increase. Saturday, almost a high 62, but again, thunderstorms. So if you're heading home for Easter, going to watch out for that. However, temperatures drop on Sunday and kind of mix going into the rest of the week. So just be careful during your travels. That was it for my full forecast. Now back to the desk.
Dancehall legend Vybz Kartel made a triumphant return to the United States for the first time in 20 years this past weekend with 2 sold-out shows at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. With stars such as Busta Rhymes and Cardi B on stage and in the crowd respectively, the recently released from prison artist put on a high-energy show featuring creative sets in his new single God is the Greatest.
K-pop star Rosé has tied 50-50 for most consecutive weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 by a female K-pop artist at 25 weeks. Her global hit A Petit with Bruno Mars is currently in 13th place on the leaderboard, tying 50-50's 2023 track Cupid. Additionally, her solo album Rosie continues to extend the record for longest time on the Billboard 200 album list by a female K-pop artist at 18 weeks.
Nigerian authorities have banned radios from playing a new song that criticizes President Bola Tinubu on the airwaves. Idris Abdul Karim tells your Papa responds to remarks by the president's son, Sihi, who called his father the greatest president in Nigerian history. Abdul Karim's track directly addresses Sihi by countering his claims with his statements about hardships and troubles that Nigeria has faced. The country's National Broadcasting Commission said that this song is, in quote, a breach of public decency.
The Caribbean Elite Group has finalized their nominations for the 3rd Annual Caribbean Music Awards this August. The Brooklyn event will feature awards for over 40 categories for which over 150 artists have been nominated. Artists such as Masika and Shanisia lead all artists with 7 total nominations, followed closely behind by Patrice Roberts and KES. Fan voting for awards is open until May 31st.
Coming up in sports, it's Chris DeLuca.
Chris, could you give us a quick preview?
Absolutely. Find out who was named Captain America for the upcoming World Baseball Classic and who fumbled one of the most iconic items in sports. Don't go away.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. Ah! It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to
Luca, and I'm here with our sports report. Starting off in baseball news, Aaron Judge has been named the captain of Team USA for the 2026 World Baseball Classic. This will be the first time Judge appears in the World Baseball Classic after denying the opportunity back in 2023 due to contract negotiations. Judge expressed his excitement about the opportunity in a press conference early Monday morning, citing how it was tough for him to say no to participating in the previous WBC. Judge is coming off a stellar year with career highs in RBIs, hits, and batting average. From hitting and fielding to throwing and rushing, Ohio State's celebration at the White House took a hilarious turn when Vice President J.D. Vance fumbled the championship trophy. Vance, who is an Ohio State alum, attempted to lift the trophy but had to get help from Ohio State running back Trevion Henderson. Henderson attempted to pick the trophy up from the top while Vance held it from the bottom, causing the trophy to split in two. Vance would later joke about it on X, stating, "I didn't want anyone after Ohio State to get the trophy, so I decided to break it." Skating on over to the NHL, Montreal Canadiens forward Ivan Demidov scored his first NHL goal during his debut versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Demidov, who scored a 3-year entry-level contract with the Montreal Canadiens last Tuesday, tucked the puck into the back of the net with his first shot on goal midway through the first period. Demidov's debut has been heavily anticipated by hockey fans alike ever since the Montreal Canadiens drafted him 5th overall in the 2024 NHL Draft. While the Canadiens would go on to lose against the Blackhawks, fans could look forward to seeing more of Demidov as the Canadiens push for the playoffs. Speaking of the playoffs, while many teams have punched their tickets to the quest for Lord Stanley, there are still playoff spots left. In the East, the Columbus Blue Jackets' miracle push is still alive after the Montreal Canadiens shootout loss to the Chicago Blackhawks. However, the road for the Jackets will not be easy. They must win their next 2 games in regulation, starting with their win tonight against the Philadelphia Flyers and finishing on Thursday against the New York Islanders. They will need some help from Carolina Hurricanes tomorrow night against the Canadiens. Now, jumping from the East to the West, the 2 wild card spots are up for grabs between the St. Louis Blues, the Minnesota Wild, and the Calgary Flames. Minnesota currently holds the first wildcard spot with 95 points and 1 game remaining. Then St. Louis at 94 with a game remaining. And finally, Calgary at 92 with 2 games. All 3 teams played tonight. Minnesota actually just won in overtime against the Anaheim Ducks 3-2. Flames are down against the Vegas Golden Knights 3-1. And it looks like that the Calgary St. Louis Blues game just ended with St. Louis picking up the win 6-1. So be on the lookout for those playoff implication games. Coming up after the break, our T Report with Kaya Wheatley.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Welcome back to Entertainment News. I'm Kaya Wheatley, and I got the tea for you today. New details are shedding more light on the deaths of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. The couple died in their home in New Mexico last February. A medical examiner's report shows Arakawa died from hantavirus, a rare disease usually caused by exposure to rodents. CNN obtained records showing dead and live rodents on the Hackman's property. They were found in outbuildings, not the main house. The medical examiner's report found Arakawa died first and Hackman died days later from heart disease and Alzheimer's. This week, the White Lotus star Amy Lou Wood called out Saturday Night Live for a parody sketch she deemed mean and unfunny. The skit, which aired on April 12th, exaggerated her character's physical features, including her teeth and accent, in a segment called White POTUS. Wood took to her Instagram and criticized the portrayal for lacking nuance and for focusing on her appearance rather than her acting. She emphasized the importance of satire that punches up rather than down. That's all I have for your T Report today. I'm Kaya Wheatley. Coming up on Hollywood Minute, back to the desk.
Wait for it, Leslie Odom Jr. is returning to Hamilton. The Tony-winning actor is set to play Aaron Burr again, September 9th through November 23rd at the Richard Rodgers Theater, where Hamilton debuted on Broadway nearly 10 years ago and has been playing ever since.
That was the year Tom Hanks was born, the first celebrity with the virus, Mr. Sleepless in Seattle.
If you value your life, you should think twice.
Joaquin Phoenix re-teams with Beau is Afraid filmmaker Ari Aster for Eddington, about crises and conspiracies in a small New Mexico town in the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic. A24 just released the first teaser trailer for the film, which opens in theaters July 18th.
Gotta figure out what she's up to.
We all process the happiest day of our life differently.
The first full trailer is out for Another Simple Favor. Allison Janney joins Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively, and Henry Golding in the killer comedy sequel, which lands on Prime Video May 1st.
To old friends, new beginnings, and not getting poisoned.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Stick around for the star of the week after this.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast
Look
news.
at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
This week's star of the week is Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton has been a treasured country singer and songwriter, actress, philanthropist, and an icon for over 60 years. Dolly Parton will have her exhibition open at the Country Music Hall of Fame on May 20th, celebrating the country music's Hall of Famer defining moments in her career. She recently got over 51,000 votes on change.com.org to rename Tennessee's Nashville International Airport to Dolly Parton's International Airport. That's a report for tonight.
Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
Only on WTOP.